Sean Hurley, and I'm here today checking out the American Professional Precision Bass, and I'm going to go over some of the key features and new changes in this bass. Let's check it out. So one of the bigger changes that I noticed is the pickups are V-mod pickups, and when I was looking into what's different about them, the treble pickup is still the alnico 5, but the bass pickup has the alnico 2, which I've never played through before, so I was really curious to see how that presented itself, what was different about it, and I was really delighted when I was starting to play in the low register and the low notes, which is where I love to, work in the groove of a song. It's got this great studio quality, like, air. When you put on a compressor, you get that puffiness, and it really, the band gets buoyed up on those low notes, and that's where the meat of the instrument does its job. So the first thing that I noticed about the neck is it's a 63 P-bass shape, which I always appreciate anything grabbing from that golden era of Fender. I almost don't believe it when I grab it because it just seems so easy, and I wish I had a 63 that felt this good, because I've picked up so many vintage basses, and depending on who made it, they all can feel a little different, and I've got a 61 and a 66, and this thing feels right in that zone, but it also feels very easy to play, which makes, playing all night long or all day long less of a worry, and there's less fatigue. And then another thing about it is it's got the satin finish. It just takes that out of the equation. My thumb and your thumb will just slide up the neck with no resistance, which is my favorite kind of finish on a bass. If it's glossy, I tend to be dragging my thumb and made aware of, like, oh, I can't get to that melodic spot that I need to for that moment. So having the shape and the feel be exactly what my hand is used to is ideal. There's another change. There's narrow, tall frets, which until I started talking to guitar players, I didn't know why fret height was even a consideration. If I'm hanging on a note, it's very boring if you just hold on it. So what I like to do is, if I'm sliding up to a note, I want to give it a little vibrato if it's something I'm going to hang on to, especially in a melodic situation. And I'm realizing, hey, with these taller frets, there's less resistance. So these are another cool feature that puts it in the modern category, but now the bass players get a shot at having the option of that taller fret height. So another update you'll notice is the Fluted Tuners up top here, which they're angled in, so that's going to push the string down, and you're not going to have to rely on so many wraps to get that break to go properly with the A string right over the nut, which I always appreciate, and then it takes all the guesswork out of restringing. So some other features of the bass, one in particular is this high mass vintage bridge, which you can feel. It's just a little heavier and heftier than the old vintage style, which is going to give you more sustain. I notice it right away when hitting open strings. And then each Allen screw has the channel in there, so the stability of it is way more than the vintage ones that we've all kind of grown up with. So it's really a killer update to the old style and adds a little bit more mass. And then in the neck, you've got graphite rods on each side of the truss rod. They're Posiflex rods, which is going to cause the neck to stay more stable. And any environmental changes or traveling, and when you're flying around and the temperature changes drastically, it's going to mean fewer neck adjustments throughout, the year. Thanks for checking out the American Professional P-Bass with me, and stay tuned here for more info and other great videos.